How to make homemade spaghetti sauce from fresh tomatoes. Summer gardening season has been winding down and many of us find ourselves staring at a huge stack of tomatoes, not entirely sure what to do with all of them. There are so many options. Tomatoes can be jarred, frozen, dried, pureed, or chopped. One of my favorite things to do is to turn them into spaghetti sauce. Homemade spaghetti sauce sounds a little intimidating, but I assure you it's not. I was pleasantly surprised to find out how easy it was to prepare. Once you get a taste of that earthy fresh flavor, you'll find yourself wishing for a stack of tomatoes all year round. Homemade spaghetti sauce contains a few basic ingredients. Those ingredients include tomatoes. My favorite are roma tomatoes, garlic, shallot or onion, basil, thyme, and oregano. There are a few others as well, but these are the fresh ones. I used 12 roma tomatoes for this recipe, which I figured was roughly 2 pounds, and I ended up with about 2.5 cups of spaghetti sauce. I don't can or freeze it, I just had it on top of some freshly cooked pasta. Eat to my heart's content. The first step to homemade spaghetti sauce is to blanch the tomatoes. Fill a pot with water and bring it to a boil on the stove top. Add all of the tomatoes to the water and boil for 3 to 4 minutes. Once the skins of the tomatoes begin to open, remove and stick them in a bowl of ice water. The tomato skin should be visibly opened. Once the tomatoes have cooled to the touch, take each one and peel off the skin. You should be able to pull it off easily. Cut the stem area off and discard. Add all of the skinless tomatoes to a clean bowl. Mince 8 cloves of garlic, 2 shallots or 1 small onion, ½ cup fresh basil, and 1½ tablespoon fresh thyme and oregano. You can use dried herbs as well, but fresh herbs will give you a more robust flavor. Heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil to medium heat in a large pot. Add the garlic and shallot or onion and sauté for 2 to 3 minutes, stirring frequently. Add the peeled tomatoes to the pot and sauté in the garlic and shallots for 4 to 5 minutes, stirring often. This will cause the tomatoes to break down and soften a little bit. At this point, you can take a potato masher, or some other type of kitchen object that mashes things, and start to smash the tomatoes. They will continue to break apart as they cook. Do this for about 10 minutes, smashing them frequently. After about 10 minutes, the tomatoes should have broken down quite a bit. Now is the time to add 1/8 ounces can of tomato sauce, the one cheater ingredient. The canned sauce gives it a little more body. Add the chopped basil, oregano, and thyme as well. Smash the herbs together with the sauce. This will release the oils from the herbs and perfume the sauce. Add 1½ tablespoon of sugar to balance out the acid from the tomatoes, 1 teaspoon of salt, and ½ teaspoon of pepper. Cook the sauce for another 5 minutes or so, stirring and smashing until you reach your desired consistency. If the sauce is too watery, you can add some tomato paste to thicken it up, or just let it cook longer so the water evaporates. Prepare your favorite pasta according to the package directions. You can make some fresh pasta if you're feeling really ambitious. I totally recommend this if you have the time. Turn the stove top down to medium-low and add 1 tablespoon of butter to the spaghetti sauce during the last minutes of cooking time. The butter kind of rounds the whole thing out. As the sauce simmers, taste it a few times to see if any of the flavors need to be adjusted. Add salt and pepper as needed, more sugar if it tastes too acidic, more herbs if you're looking for intense flavor. This spaghetti sauce can be adjusted to suit your tastes. Add a generous portion to your pasta and top it with some extra basil and fresh parmesan. I'm telling ya, there's nothing like fresh homemade spaghetti sauce. Ingredients: 8 cloves garlic, 2 shallots or 1 small onion, 12 roma tomatoes, ½ cup chopped fresh basil, 1½ tablespoon chopped fresh thyme, 1½ tablespoon chopped fresh oregano, 1½ tablespoon sugar, 1 teaspoon salt, adjust to taste, ½ teaspoon pepper, adjust to taste, 1/8 ounces canned tomato sauce, 1 tablespoon butter, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 package favorite noodles. Listen carefully these instructions. Number 1. Prepare the pasta according to package instructions. Number 2. Boil 1 pot of water and add 12 roma tomatoes. Cook for 3 to 4 minutes or until the skins start to break open. Number 3. Remove tomatoes and place in bowl of ice water. Number 4. Remove skins of the tomatoes and discard. Chop the stem area off the tomatoes and discard. Number 5. Chop garlic, shallots or onion, basil, thyme, and oregano. Number 6. Heat 2 tablespoons olive oil in large pot. Number 7. Add garlic and shallot. Sauté for 2 to 3 minutes or until translucent, stirring frequently. Number 8. Add the skinless tomatoes and sauté for 4 to 5 minutes, stirring often. Number 9. Cook the tomatoes for an additional 10 minutes, smashing with a potato masher consistently. Number 10. Once the tomatoes have broken down, add can of tomato sauce, chopped herbs, sugar, salt and pepper. Continue to smash for another 5 minutes. Number 11. Reduce heat to medium-low and add butter to the sauce. Stir until melted. Number 12. Taste the sauce and make salt/pepper, sugar, and herb adjustments as needed. Number 13. Serve sauce on top of prepared pasta and add desired toppings, such as extra basil and parmesan. Important note: add tomato paste if sauce is too watery. Shallots result in a milder flavor than onion, but either will work with this recipe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. If you want more recipes and tips, then subscribe to our channel.